I've tried searching what happened in the era of LPG. What is the difference between 1991 ka industrial policy and this the present industrial policy? Is it there in the industrial policy? 2018 ka industrial policy means how it is different from the present, that is the industrial policy. For example, this is what is the, it has to be technical, जो है वो है. Replace the 27-year-old existing policy and pave the way for the promotion of new technology and reduced regulations. It aims to create the jobs over the next 2 decades, promote foreign technology transfer and attract $100 billion of FDI annually. $100 billion, ये है हमारी industrial policy. This will be the third industrial policy drafted in the independent India, 56-91. एक बीच में था industrial policy statement of the 73-78 region. The policy does not suggest any direct changes in the law, such as governing laws, etc. But it promotes the use of robotics, artificial intelligence, and research and development. Fine. This is what is the new industrial policy. What is the key point here? Key point is $100 billion, no new jobs, and it wants to make India ready for the automation and artificial intelligence technology. Fine? So what are the factors that govern the location of industries? Raw material, labor, market, labor, infra, फिर factors that govern the location of industries. Electricity, चलो infra में आ जाएगा electricity. Policy, government policies, investments, पीछे दो, कैसे? Climate, land, या topography can be the right word, topography or terrain. Fine. Factors that govern the location of industries. What are the factors that govern the location of industries? मतलब गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज में आएगा. Then शिवम को भेजना एक बार उसके लिए, वो नहीं, शिवम को उसके लिए भेजना. किस what? Agglomeration, yeah, can I say economies of scale? So can I say rather than agglomeration or economies of scale, capital? Fine. Insurance, banking, can I say law and order? है कि नहीं? Ease of doing business में है law and order? Sure. Yeah, rather than law and order, can I say political situation of the country or political stability of the country? क्या? political stability of the nation. Political stability determines inflation, purchasing power of a rupee versus dollar, and that decides whether there will be money, there will be foreign direct investments or not. Right? So, देखो, global demand and supply. So, you just try to understand what are the factors that govern the location of the industries. Can I say there will be two types of factors? One is the geographical factors, the other will be the non-geographical factors. These are the two types of factors that govern the location of the industries. एक लाइट चालू कर दे शिवम वहाँ से. Geographical factors can be climate topography, can be terrain, can be the soil, can be the raw material, and the non-geographical factor can be policies, etc. All this region. Fine? Is it clear board, or you want the light to be switched off? ठीक है? And then what are the major factors that govern the location of the industries? इसमें we have to write an example. बहुत आसान है ये topic. Just that introduction. So first point, both centrifugal, centripetal, economic, locational, as well as behavioral, centrifugal, centripetal, economic, locational, behavioral. Factors play an important role. In the industrial location. And based on this, they can be divided into two broad categories. Two broad categories. Geographical and non-geographical. And non-geographical factors. Geographical factor में we'll first do the geographical factor, and देखो साथ साथ get this base of the subject being done. कैसे हम how we are going to approach, कैसे answers आएंगे, कैसे questions आएंगे. You must have seen that questions rarely will be direct from here, but you should have a holistic understanding of the topic. So can I say geographical factor में one of the most important geographical factor is the raw material. Fine, raw material, and based on the raw material, what are the three types of industries? Based on the raw material, three types of industries: weight loss, weight gain, and foot loss industries. ये तीन है. The raw material जिसको ज़रूरत नहीं है, that is a foot loss industry. Fine, whose name should come here? Weber का name should come. Fine, because he gave the more importance to the raw material. Weber को government policies से सबसे फर्क नहीं पड़ता था. What are the two basic comparative analysis of the industries you will be doing? The comparative analysis of the industries you will be doing is iron and steel industry, weight gaining industry, raw material based another industry is the cotton textile industry, and the third is the software foot loss industry. Fine. Can I say automobile industry is not based on the raw material? Yes, it is not based on the raw material, it is based on the market. It comes as small parts. It is based on the market. It is not based on the raw material. Fine. Raw material, significant for manufacturing industrial enterprises. In fact, Weber has recognized the importance of raw material in his locational triangle. Importance of raw material in his locational triangle. Locational triangle, weighted triangle. Based on the raw material, some industries such as iron and steel, comma, manufacturing equipments, certain सिर्फ आयरन एंड स्टील लिखो, ज़्यादा लंबा लिखने की ज़रूरत. आयरन एंड स्टील use large quantity of coal, iron ore, and are located near the raw material. Example, डायग्राम बनाओ. ये एक छोटा काम करना, सैटरडे संडे प्लॉट ऑल द टॉपिक्स, जो आज मैं नाम दिखा रहा हूं, प्लॉट ऑल देम इन द मैप. फाइन, एटलीस्ट प्लॉट करो, बिकॉज यू ऑलरेडी नो 30 वर्ड्स क्या है, यू ऑलरेडी नो द लाइन्स, मेजर लाइन्स. अब बाकी के यू जस्ट हैव टू प्लॉट इट. आई विल डिस्कस देम इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. बोकारो, जमशेदपुर, राउरकेला, दुर्गापुर, भिलाई, दुर्ग, भिलाई एंड दुर्ग इन छत्तीसगढ़, भिलाई एंड दुर्ग, बस्तर प्लाटू. Salem. Steel plant. Fine. Case study, Jamshedpur iron and steel plant. Jamshedpur iron and steel plant. What is the name of company? Case study is TISCO. Tata Iron and Steel Company. Established in 1907. Case studies जो है, they are asked as separate questions. You'll find, go and look at the past year questions. You'll find separate questions on what are the locational factors of Tata Iron and Steel Company. TISCO. Established 1907, oldest steel plant in India. Oldest iron and steel center in India. Oldest iron and steel center in India. It is based on high grade hematite iron ore. High grade hematite iron ore from Noa Mundi mines. कौन से स्टेट में? नवा मंडी, झारखंड. Do this very very properly for your GS. Fine. नवा मंडी माइन कौन से स्टेट में है? झारखंड में. किसके लिए फेमस है? And Guru Mahasani mines. Guru Mahasani mines of Odisha. Guru Mahasani mines of Orissa. Second, coal from Jharia and Jharia which state? Jharia Jharkhand. Fine. And Raniganj West Bengal. एक ही माइन है ये, बट उसके दो पार्ट्स है. वन इज इन वेस्ट बंगाल एंड वन इन झारखंड. रानीगंज इज वेस्ट बंगाल. मैंगनीज फ्रॉम जोड़ा माइंस. If you want to remember Joda, remember, yeah, just remember the name, from Kenjuhar region of Orissa. Odisha, obviously, Odisha. water from Suvarnarekha river, and also from dam built on Kharkai river. Built on Kharkai river. What we have addressed is raw material. वेबर के इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रायंगल में और क्या क्या है? ट्रांसपोर्ट, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, it is well connected by road and railway network with Kolkata, Mumbai and Chennai. Kolkata, Mumbai and Chennai. The Kolkata port located at 250 kilometers. The Kolkata port located at 250 kilometers. Provides the port facilities or transportation facilities. Provides the transportation facilities. And the last is the densely populated regions of Jharkhand, Bihar, and the tribes of Chota Nagpur Plateau. Provides cheap labor. Provides cheap labor. Draw this diagram. Source of this diagram, 12th standard NCERT in people and economy. सारे डायग्राम्स उसमें है. खुल्लर का पुराने एडिशन में डायग्राम्स नहीं है, पर NCERT में सारे डायग्राम्स हैं. दिस चैप्टर्स डू इट फ्रॉम NCERT. मेरे नोट्स के साथ साथ इनफ है. Weber's industrial triangle. Raw material 1, raw material 2, market. If both of them are wet losing, it should be located exactly at the center. What is this? Mumbai Howrah railway line. Not road, it is railway. See, imagination is very easy. You have to make one railway line C shape. वहाँ से एक ले जाओ, ट्रायंगल के बीच जमशेदपुर है, ऊपर झारिया है, नीचे गुरु महासनी है, उसके नीचे छत्तीसगढ़ में बस्तर है, बस्तर में दुर्ग एंड भिलाई है, वो दिखाने की ज़रूरत नहीं. सुवर्ण रेखा ऊपर से आ रही है, खाराई रिवर नीचे से आ रही है, दामोदर में से झारिया इज लोकेटेड ऑन द दामोदर रीजन. इट्स वेरी इजी. Fine. Give me past year question. Done with this? So Kharkai river came in 2012. Why it came in 2012 for map pointing? What you will write in the Kharkai river? कहाँ पे एक जनरल मैप बनाओगे, जो सेंटर पार्ट है इंडिया, उसके जमशेदपुर के पास एक लाइन बनाओगे. You'll mark that as a Kharkai river. And what you will write? It is a river that flows on the peninsular plateau, joins Subarnarekha. It is an important river for the Jamshedpur power plant because it flows through both iron and coal rich region. Khatam hai map pointing. Getting it? If tomorrow a question comes on Jharia, iron and field, you will write, what you will write? Located in Jharkhand, it in the Gondwana plateau region, in the Chota Nagpur plateau region. It is a part of Gondwana landmass, Gondwana rocks. This region is the richest iron coal mine in India. Its extension is known as Raniganj. River Damodar flows through it. Hence, जो भी हम मैप्स बना रहे हैं उसको बहुत प्रॉपरली करना. ये जो मैप्स है उसको बहुत प्रॉपरली करना. Getting it? ये गलती से हुआ है, ऐसा नहीं कि आपको एग्जैक्टली ऐसे बनाना है. यू कैन मेक इट इन द स्ट्रेट लाइन आल्सो. फाइन. कैन आई गो टू द नेक्स्ट फैक्टर? क्वेश्चन कम्स वेरी डायरेक्ट. व्हाट आर द लोकेशनल फैक्टर्स ऑफ जमशेदपुर आयरन एंड स्टील प्लांट? एक दो के ही क्वेश्चन आएंगे. दिस इज ओल्डेस्ट, देयरफॉर द क्वेश्चन विल कम फ्रॉम हियर. द सेकंड क्वेश्चन विल कम फ्रॉम विशाखापट्टनम. द थर्ड क्वेश्चन मे कम फ्रॉम करंट अफेयर्स, दैट इज गोपालपुर, which Tata is building now with the Dhamra port in the Gopalpur beach region. But it will, uske chances are very less because you know in GS people are opposing that Dhamra port in Orissa because it is destroying the Bhitarkanika region. Second factor. Site. Site. Site or location. Site or location. Geographical है. Site is geographical factor. You will choose a site. ये सारे geographical है. Non geographical में क्या आएगा? Organization, government policies, trade, ये non geographical factors है. Labor weaver सब geographical factor है. Why geographical factor? Densely populated region, cheap labor. So site, कौन सी site होगी किसी भी plant के लिए? Hilly topography or flat terrain? Flat terrain. So for the large manufacturing plants, site is of very utmost significance. Site is of utmost significance. Based on climate, topography, a site should be well connected to the market as well as the regions of raw material, comma, should have a flat land, and generally avoids the regions of fertile soil, regions of fertile agricultural lands. Third, इसमें एग्जाम्पल्स कोई केस स्टडी नहीं है, ये तो ऑब्वियस है. क्लाइमेट, how climate plays an important role. Where will the industries most be located? Harsh climatic conditions, cool climatic conditions या moderate climatic conditions? Moderate climatic conditions. So कहाँ पे? In the coast, in the coastal regions. Tropics में भी कहाँ पे? Yes. Textile industry will be in the humid regions. Except you are from Punjab, so you are thinking कि पंजाब के आसपास. Your industry is located in Punjab, textile industries, because woolen textile है. Woolen textile हमेशा उधर ही रहेगी. But बाकी silk, cotton textile, etc. And secondly, पंजाब अगर site है तो पानी कितना ज़्यादा है पंजाब में? It is totally dependent on site. Flat land है, पानी बहुत ज़्यादा है. And lastly, well connected to the market. Grand Trunk Road से लेके it is well connected to the market. Right? All this is manufactured in Punjab. Everything. Right? So, woolen textile. Climate. It plays an important role. Because in extremes of climate, industrial development is not preferred. Industrial development is not preferred. Moderate climate is best suited moderate climate is best suited, and hence majority of industries are located in the coastal regions. Majority of industries are located in the coastal regions. Case study. This is one of the primary reason. This is one of the primary reason This is one of the primary reason why 26% of India's industries, 26% of India's modern industries and 32% of India's labor force, 32% of India's labor force is concentrated in Maharashtra, Gujarat region, is concentrated in Maharashtra, Gujarat region. Giving rise to two industrial regions along the west coast. Two industrial regions along the west coast. Two industrial regions along the west coast. Along the west coast. The Ahmedabad-Baroda industrial region Ahmedabad-Vadodara industrial region was developed as an alternative to Mumbai-Pune industrial region. Was developed as an alternative to Mumbai-Pune industrial region. Major industries are in this region. The major industries are cotton textile, petrochemical, synthetic fibers, food processing, and diamond cutting. The presence of Kandla port gives import-export facilities, and the vast hinterlands of Gujarat has land has land at cheap prices. Has the land at cheap prices. With the coming up of bullet train project, it is expected that there will be integration of this industrial region. There will be integration of this industrial region. And also dispersal of industries. Dispersal of industries. Dispersal of industries from highly congested Mumbai region. Can you draw this diagram? ये गैप भर जाएगा with the coming up of bullet train project. यहाँ से green is bullet train, blue is Delhi Mondi special freight corridor. Hyperloop, bullet train and the industrial corridor. कौन सी इंडस्ट्रीज है ये? मोस्टली एक्सपोर्ट एंड इंपोर्ट बेस्ड इंडस्ट्रीज है. कैन यू सी? कॉटन टेक्सटाइल हो, पेट्रोकेमिकल इंपोर्ट बेस्ड इंडस्ट्री, एक्सपोर्ट बेस्ड इंडस्ट्री, डायमंड इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट बेस्ड इंडस्ट्री. कॉटन टेक्सटाइल ब्लैक सॉइल वाला रीजन है, देयरफॉर कॉटन टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री डेवलप्ड इन दिस रीजन. एंड नाउ प्रॉक्सिमिटी टू सुएज कनाल. Can I continue? IC is industrial corridor. ये GS में किया होगा इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर्स आपने? Has it been done in GS? Industrial corridors? Not obviously not in this much detail, but what are the major industrial corridors you have done, right? That is required. Obviously in optional we do in detail. डिस्पर्सल मुंबई में जगह कहाँ है? मुंबई से मोस्टली कंपनीज कहाँ जा रही है? अहमदाबाद. So industrial region is becoming bigger and bigger. As the industrial region will become bigger and bigger, there will be many people who will be traveling every day. So इसलिए hyperloop या बुलेट ट्रेन. मोबिलिटी बढ़ेगी तो आइडियाज, एक्सचेंज, ट्रेड वो सब बढ़ेगा. इट्स ऑल बेस्ड ऑन द फास्टर मोबिलिटी. दे शुड कम कि हाइपर लूप 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 1 hour, that will be the real this thing. Mumbai Pune 200 kilometers, so 20 minutes. Mumbai Delhi 1500 kilometers, so कितना मिनट? 150 minutes, 2 घंटे में. फाइन. 2.5 घंटे में मुंबई. उसको बहुत जमाना जाएगा ऑब्वियसली. आज ही का मिनट का है कि यही नहीं बनेगा हमारा. फाइन. बिकॉज गवर्नमेंट हैज चेंज्ड एंड देयरफॉर कांग्रेस एनसीपी डज नॉट वांट कि मोदी का पेट प्रोजेक्ट शुड कम अप. So this itself is going to get cancelled. 5 ट्रिलियन तो पता ही था नहीं बनेगी. So वो तो ऑब्वियसली नहीं. हाँ यही रीजंस है. इंटर गवर्नमेंटल दिस थिंग. सी दे शुड लुक एट द नीड ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट. वाई दे शुड लुक कि ये मोदी का प्रोजेक्ट है एंड देयरफॉर फाइन. अब व्हेन मोदी विल कम ये प्रोजेक्ट शायद कैंसिल हो जाएगा. एंड फिर 5 साल बाद हम लिखेंगे why the what are critically analyze why the industrial region has failed. एंड इन्हीं की करतूते हैं. पढ़ाई हमें ज़्यादा करनी पड़ती है. We have to analyze, they don't analyze it. What? Bullet train? Eco-sensitive zone, it is. Western Ghats ka height, Western Ghats start from here. But if you look at this region, this is already urbanized. So it is not basically in the eco-sensitive zone. It is already urbanized, and it is not urbanized from now. It is urbanized from much earlier. You have learned in history, Basin, Treaty of Basin. Mumbai के ऊपर है Basin. Urbanized already. Eco-sensitive zone. Basin is my hometown. Fine. So it is already urbanized. What to do with the Western Ghats in that region? Clear? This is what is the climate, the importance. Case study 2. because of the climatic factors. Because of the climatic factors. मेरा सर आ गए क्या? The sugarcane industry is recently shifting southwards. Sugar industry, it is not sugarcane industry, it is the sugar industry, is recently shifting southwards. And handloom industry, handloom and hosiery industry, or rather than handloom, right, woolen and hosiery industry has developed around Punjab. Hosiery industry has developed around Punjab. What is hosiery industry? How are hosiery materials? थोड़ा rough cotton, मोटा cotton. You require it in the regions of cold climates, or you require it even in the regions of hot climates. Otherwise, loo will directly touch the skin. So इसलिए यहाँ पे hosiery industry. And take this diagram. एक वर्ड में मैंने आपको बता दिया इसको कि क्यों शुगर इंडस्ट्री इन इंडिया इज शिफ्टिंग साउथवर्ड्स. क्योंकि समर्स में यहाँ पे लू है विच इज हार्मफुल, विंटर्स में यहाँ पे फ्रॉस्ट है विच इज हार्मफुल, देयरफॉर द ग्रोइंग सीजन इज शॉर्ट. In the coastal regions, growing season is, there is absence of frost. In the absence of Chennai mein, there is absence of frost, absence of loo. So there is a long growing season. And यहाँ पे black soil. So this is the traditional sugarcane wala region, first initial original, and this is the new belt. New belt, if you can look, is properly getting developed around Chennai, Tamil Nadu mein. It is smaller in Maharashtra, but it is properly in Chennai. शुगर इंडस्ट्री कहाँ से बनेगी, किससे बनेगी? शुगर केन से. सो लू, शुगर केन इज अ ट्रॉपिकल क्रॉप. लू इज डेंजरस बिकॉज वो ड्राई कर देता है. कटता है विंटर में, कटता है विंटर में, होता नहीं है. ठंड इसलिए कटता है, इसलिए तो गुड़ बनता है. अभी रिटेंशन, मॉइस्चर रिटेंशन. ब्लैक सॉइल की प्रॉपर्टी है मॉइस्चर रिटेंशन. जितना ग्रेटर द मॉइस्चर इन द सॉइल उतना ग्रेटर इज द शुगर कंटेंट. जितना ग्रेटर इज द शुगर कंटेंट मतलब जूस इन द शुगर कैन, उतना मोर इज द रिकवरी. Now coming to her question is क्या फर्क पड़ता है लू एंड फ्रॉस्ट से on the sugar cane? See, it will reduce the growing season of sugar cane. You will grow sugar cane very properly here, but sugar industry is based on the sugar cane. If the growing season is short, तो बाकी के समय इंडस्ट्री बंद रहेगी. It will process the sugar cane only when the sugar cane is available. So sugar cane का growing season is 4 months. यहाँ पे it is 10 months. यहाँ पे it is 9 months. तो यहाँ पे factories work only for 4 months. यहाँ पे factories work throughout the year. यहाँ पे factories work for 10 months. 2 महीने shut down होती है. They have to pay employees throughout the year. They can pay the employees throughout the year. They go in loss here. So यहाँ पे sugar factories are closing down. Understanding? Understanding? यहाँ पे शुगर फैक्ट्रीज आर क्लोजिंग डाउन. हाँ, पर प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे हो रहा है? शुगर के नहीं लेते आपके साइड, आई नो दैट, बट द प्रॉब्लम इज कि द फार्मर्स आर इन लॉस. इसलिए तो हमेशा इतना तोड़ फोड़, इलेक्शन से पहले इतना ये होता है. वो तो गवर्नमेंट है कि पैसे दे देता है, बट 3,200 करोड़ बाकी है फार्मर्स का इंडस्ट्रीज के पास इन यूपी. They were not able to pay to the farmers. Understanding? You take sugarcane at home. So you ask the father how is the problematic. पैसे मिलना कितना problematic है. Mills do not pay. 1 साल के बाद मिलता है. तो you must be politically well connected, इसलिए मिल जाता है. We are talking about the normal farmers. नहीं मिलता. वेस्टर्न यूपी में तो और ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लमेटिक है. ईस्टर्न तुम्हारे इसमें अभी अभी मिलने लगा होगा क्योंकि सीएम इज फ्रॉम योर डिस्ट्रिक्ट. सो सी वेस्टर्न यूपी, हरियाणा. हरियाणा में तो और ज़्यादा. हरियाणा में मिल्स है बहादुरगढ़. Because you don't go at the ground level. You do. जब इंडस्ट्रीज बंद है तो प्रोडक्शन कहाँ से होगा? गुड़ का प्रोडक्शन होता है, चीनी का कहाँ हो रहा है? तो चीनी है हमारे, हमको तो चीनी चाहिए ना. गुड़ का क्या है? रोज सुबह गुड़ से चाय बनाती हो या चीनी से बनाती हो? शुगर. इट इज नॉट गुड़. गुड़ तो लोकलाइज्ड इंडस्ट्री है. गुड़ इज थोड़ी बिग इंडस्ट्री. गुड़, हाँ गुड़ तो घर में बनता है. शुगर इंडस्ट्री का यहाँ पे क्या है? यहाँ पे भी प्रॉब्लम है. यहाँ पे ऐसे नहीं है. शुगर इंडस्ट्री सिर्फ यहाँ सक्सेसफुल है. ये दोनों जगह प्रॉब्लमेटिक है. यहाँ के भी शिफ्ट हो रही है टू द चेन्नई रीजन बिकॉज यू सी रिकवरी ऑफ शुगर केन हियर इज 16%. मतलब एक गन्ने में से फ्रॉम वन शुगर केन यू विल गेट 16% जूस, यू विल गेट 12% जूस, यू गेट जस्ट 8% जूस. वो कैसे पता लगता है तमिलनाडु की शुगर है? Black sugar cane. Black variety, the juice is more blackish in color. Yeah, juice is more blackish in color. But it depends upon processing. It is not on the quality of the sugar cane. It depends upon processing. It is not on the quality of the sugar cane. It is on the processing. बस वही है. तो उसका रीजन इज इन महाराष्ट्र, इन तमिलनाडु, ब्लैक गुड या ब्लैक शुगर केन इज मोर इन डिमांड. व्हाइट इज कंसिडर्ड एज डुप्लीकेट. यहाँ पे व्हाइट इज इन मोर इन डिमांड एंड ब्लैक इज कंसिडर्ड एज डुप्लीकेट. बस बाकी कुछ नहीं, प्रोसेसिंग का फर्क है. ये तो सिर्फ ऊपर ऊपर से हमने किया है. देयर आर न्यूमरस प्रॉब्लम्स. बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम इज डुअल प्राइस कंट्रोल. Dual price control means, see, this is industry. Industry is dependent upon farmers. They buy sugar cane from farmers and they sell it to the market. What do you mean by dual price control? This, how much price they buy is decided by the government. And how much will they sell is decided by market, means demand and supply. Up with elections, this is increasing continuously. And ये जैसे ही बढ़ जाता है, government imports the sugar from different countries due to WTO rules. So what happens? जो owners है factory के, they are going in loss because they have to pay higher price for raw material and they cannot decide the final product का price. Dual, इसको कहते हैं dual control. Either it should be completely free of control or either it should be both. कि अगर if you buy at 100 rupees, you should sell it at 120 rupees. So क्या होता है? They buy at 120 rupees and they have to sell it at 100 rupees. So because they sell it at 100 rupees, वो क्या करते हैं? They create an artificial shortage. Means they hoard it. And after hoarding, when the price of the sugar cane rises, government allows the imports. Import नहीं होती हमारे इसमें sugar. Just वो खोल देते हैं गोडाउन्स एंड दिखाते हैं कि it has come from Pakistan, it has come from this thing, it has come from this thing. वो होर्डिंग किया होता है एंड दिस इज ऑल डन बाय इन द नोइंग ऑफ पॉलिटिशियंस ओनली. राइट. सो ये है प्रॉब्लम ऑफ शुगर इंडस्ट्री. Next geographical factor is labor. Labor. Labor plays the most important role. Labor plays the most important role because it is estimated that labor cost varies between 29% to 62%. Labor cost varies between 29% to 62% in different industries. In different industries. In different industries. 62% is the labor cost for textile industry. मतलब अगर कपड़ा 100 रुपए का है तो 62 rupees will be the cost of labor. इसीलिए textile industry in Bangladesh, India, China, cheap labor is available. Understanding? कोई भी textile हो, it is manufactured only in these countries. हमने एक बार डिस्कस किया था sweat shops of अमृतसर. In the regions of dense population, cheap labor is available. And therefore agro industries are located in these regions. Full stop. But the modern industry also requires technically skilled labor. Technically skilled labor, which is short in India. Hence, Make in India initiative, the Make in India initiative has not seen the kind of success that was initially envisaged, or that was initially thought. Next, transport. Transportation allows faster movement of raw material as well as finished goods. Allows faster movement of raw materials as well as finished goods. And hence, for the industrial development, a well balanced triple transportation system which will play complementary role to each other. Is essential. What are the triple transportation system? ये है 3 ट्रिपल ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सिस्टम, रेलवेज, वाटरवेज एंड रोडवेज. Railways, waterways and roadways. So take one question. अभी सिर्फ दिमाग चलाओ. I'm giving you 5 minutes. What is the role of triple transportation system in the regional development of India? What is the role of triple transportation system in the regional development of India? सारा अप्लाइड है पेपर 2. देखो, ट्रिपल ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सिस्टम इन द रीजनल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. प्रॉब्लम तब आता है इफ यू डोंट नो व्हाट इज ट्रिपल ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सिस्टम. दिस इज व्हाट इज द ट्रिपल ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. रेलवेज, waterways, inland waterways as well as seaways and roadways. So क्या कैसे हेल्प करेगा? लिखो मत आंसर, सिर्फ सोचो. You will write about the importance of railways, but उसका limitations that it cannot give point to last mile connectivity. So last mile connectivity will come with the help of roadways. Roadways का importance, last mile connectivity है, it can go even for the smaller goods. Railways cannot take the smaller goods, and therefore railways regional development पे question पूछा है. याद रखना, regional development should be the core. So railways will not go into the Himalayas. Railways will not go into the least या sparsely populated regions में railway network won't be well developed. So वहाँ पे कौन role करेगा play? The waterways. Sorry, the roadways. That is, they will go to the northeast. Integration of northeast. Integration of interior parts of the peninsular plateau. Integration of Jammu and Kashmir region. And with the coming up of, with the India becoming energy intensive nation, and it is the waterways which play a role. Waterway plays an important role. They help in bringing large amount of cargo in the form of import and export. And plus, inland waterways will play an important role because India is blessed with rivers. So, क्या है उसका role? Cheap, efficient, inland transportation. Highway बनाने की ज़रूरत नहीं, जहाँ तक river जाती है वहाँ तक जाएगा. Case study, गंगा यमुना link. Sorry, गंगा वाराणसी अलाहाबाद हल्दिया link. National Waterway 1. अभी सोचो सिर्फ लिखना. Fine. Try home think on this question. I'll give you in the transportation sector. What is this? You can put an point even in the airways यहाँ पे, but airways do not come in the triple transportation system. Airways is niche. It is not for masses. Fine. देखा यहाँ पे who will be having the major role? Roadways. यहाँ पे who is having the major role? Roadways. See the density of railways here and see the density of railways here. It is not well connected. Okay? Railways will avoid the tough, rough terrains, difficult topography. Railways will avoid sparsely populated regions and again rough topography. Up down है peninsular plateau का terrain. You see the gap. And यहाँ पे network देखो. पूरे North India में. It is dense network of the railways. Railways will be there developed in the regions of flat topography and in the regions of very dense population. Airway तो question ही नहीं है. पूरी रीजनल डिस्पैरिटी दिखेगी. Fine, it is totally regional disparity. And it is not that easy. Agartala to Kolkata is only one flight a day. It is all regional disparity. Maximum it is this route. So it is no question कि यहाँ पे सर्व करेगा इस. क्योंकि वजन इतना ज़्यादा वजन कैसे, कंटेनर्स कैसे ले जाओगे एयरवेज? It is very expensive. It will just can be used for mail या perishable items like fruits etc. बाकी नहीं. Otherwise it is totally sea. Right. Next is market. In the recent times, for labor, comma, reduction of the transportation cost, as well as for ease of transportation and infrastructure, most of the industries are located near the market, In fact, the traditional industrial regions of India are becoming more market oriented industrial regions. And hence new industries are shifting towards the urban centers. The location of petrochemical industry, comma, textile industry, comma, pharma industry, and the automobile industry. Is becoming more oriented towards the market. Next point in the same, with the development of pipelines, petroleum refineries and even some iron and steel industries are located far away from the raw material or producing regions. And some iron and steel industries are located far away from raw material producing regions, which is helping in point number 1, balanced regional development, and point number 2, development of new markets, and industrial regions. Case study, जो मैं केस स्टडी लिखा रहा हूँ, डू दोस केस स्टडीज वेरी प्रॉपरली. फाइन. केस स्टडी विशाखापट्टनम आयरन एंड स्टील प्लांट. विशाखापट्टनम आयरन एंड स्टील प्लांट. अब अगर क्वेश्चन ये आता है विशाखापट्टनम आयरन एंड स्टील प्लांट पे, जो 2 बार आ चुका है, what you have to start? You have to start with Weber and tell that most of the, as per the Weber's industrial location triangle, most of the iron and steel plant should be located in between, example of the other iron and steel plant, but exception is Visakhapatnam. How it is exception, that we are going to write. Visakhapatnam is a shore based iron and steel plant. Visakhapatnam के आसपास there is no iron ore producing region, there is no coal producing region. And iron and steel industry is a weight losing industry, so it should not never be located near the market, but it is located near the market. What is the market for Visakhapatnam iron and steel plant? Is Japan, is Korea, not Chennai, right? Not India. Uska market is Japan, Korea. And so why is this so? It is because of the development of pipelines. It is with the development of the technology. Now you don't require just the best quality iron ore. You can do mineral enrichment even from the low quality iron ore. आसपास अगर centers है, city centers है, so there is a concept which has come which is known as bioprospecting. Bioprospecting means जो भी हम कचरा तैयार करते हैं, in that they will go and explore for minerals. हमारे कचरे में minerals है, आप कुछ भी फेंक देते हो, fine, टूटा हुआ ट्रांजिस्टर फेंक दिया, so they can take up silicon from there, enrich it. कुछ पुरानी वस्तु, भंगार की वस्तु फेंक दी, they can use that as an iron ore, and that is what is known as bioprospecting, fine, and that becomes the source of raw material for the industries. Visakhapatnam iron and steel plant is the example of that, and इसीलिए 2 बार क्वेश्चन आ चुका है specifically on the Visakhapatnam in last 6 years. हमने जो past year questions देखे थे, fine. Don't do other राउरकेला, दुर्ग, भिलाई, उसमें टाइम वेस्ट मत करो. फर्स्ट करो, एक्सेप्शन करो, फर्स्ट करो, एक्सेप्शन करो, फाइन. नहीं तो आयरन एंड स्टील प्लांट्स तो इंडिया में कितने हैं? देयर आर समवेयर अराउंड 107. विल यू रिमेंबर 107 प्लांट्स इन डिटेल? नो. फर्स्ट जमशेदपुर एंड एक्सेप्शन विशाखापट्टनम. दैट्स इट. गेटिंग इट? When you start with the Weber, you come to the market. So you can draw the diagram somewhat like this. Can you use the way I am using this? Yes, it is allowed. I and S. Fine, it is allowed. पूरा हमेशा iron and steel लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं. You can raise this in the exam. Can I continue? It is the first, it is the unique steel plant. It is the unique, it is the first steel plant. It is the first steel plant having an unique location. Having an unique location. as it is based near the market that is on the coast, as it is based near the market that is on the coast. On the coast. It is one of the most advanced steel plant in India. It is one of the most advanced steel plant in India. Which is operated by Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited. It is not SAIL ka, it is operated by Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited. कितना इसका टर्नओवर कितना है इसका? 15,000 crores annual turnover. That means it is not going into loss. Fine. Next. It has helped in developing the township around the Visakhapatnam region. It has helped in developing the township around the Visakhapatnam region. उसको रिलायंस खरीद रहा है this steel plant को. Reliance is in the process of buying this steel plant. It is based on one imported iron ore and coal from Australia. Imported iron ore and coal from Australia. Second, liquefied iron ore from the Chota Nagpur plateau. Chota Nagpur plateau. Next, iron ore from the Chota Nagpur plateau. लिक्विफाइड आयरन मतलब आयरन को बहुत ज़्यादा हॉट किया जाता है, उसको लिक्विड फॉर्म में एंड पाइपलाइन से भेजा जाता है डायरेक्टली, एंड द पाइपलाइंस आर सो स्ट्रॉन्ग कि इवन 2000 डिग्री सेल्सियस के उस आयरन और से उसको फर्क नहीं पड़ता. दैट इज व्हाट इज नोन एज लिक्विफाइड आयरन. नेक्स्ट, the development of pipeline network has helped in this is what is the liquefied iron ore. Fine, it is sent through pipelines. Has helped in transporting the iron ore for longer distances. Has helped in transporting the iron ore for longer distance. Even from Bailadila mines of Chhattisgarh. Even from Bailadila mines of Chhattisgarh. Bailadila mines of Chhattisgarh. Bailadila mines, the richest iron ore mine in India. Bailadila. Natural gas, coal की ज़रूरत नहीं, because natural gas is available. कहाँ से? Krishna Godavari basin. The natural gas is available from the Krishna Godavari basin. Natural gas is available from the KG basin. Next, most of the requirements of minerals such as limestone most of the minerals such as limestone are brought from Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh through well established road network. Through well established road network. Next, the coastal location of this plant gives it a unique advantage. Because 70% of coal and iron ore is imported from Australia. 70% of coal and iron ore is imported from Australia. And maximum finished product, that is steel, is exported to Japan and Korea. It is an integrated, I guess it is India's first integrated iron and steel plant. It is an integrated iron and steel plant through which liquid steel, can be made. With the development of Chennai Industrial Center, there has been more demand for the iron and steel from this region. There has been more demand for the iron and steel in this region, especially in the automobile industry. This is what is known as liquid steel. स्टील को गर्म किया, लिक्विफाई किया और उसके बाद उसको रोल किया पत्ते जैसा. रोल करने के बाद it is sent to different parts, so it takes less space. Right? ये इंडिया में it is, especially with the development of automobile industries. India is one of the largest exporter of steel in the world. Integrated iron and steel plant means everything will be done in the steel plant. Iron ore को process करना, coal को process करना, liquefy करना, everything is done in the steel plant. This is what is राष्ट्रीय इस्पात Limited. जहाँ जहाँ ऐसे फोटो दिखेंगे, you will see राष्ट्रीय इस्पात निगम लिमिटेड. हाँ, यस, यही होता है. सो इसलिए मेट्रोस कहाँ बनती है? इधर नियर चेन्नई और इन गुजरात. इट इज़ वेरी नियर बाय. वहाँ से कोच इंपोर्ट किए जाते हैं इन द अदर पार्ट्स. बट मेट्रो नहीं है हमारे सिलेबस में, सो वी डोंट डू इट. फाइन. नेक्स्ट केस स्टडी 2. In addition to the integrated iron and steel plants, numerous mini steel plants have come across the country. Numerous mini steel plants have come across the country. Many steel plants have come across the country. What is an integrated iron and steel plant? A very big area like Jamshedpur, Visakhapatnam, etc. What is a mini steel plant? There are several mini steel plants in the outskirts of Delhi, जो Supreme Court बंद करने बोलता है. Mini steel plant can be established anywhere. Why? Because unlike the iron and steel plant, mini steel plant depends upon the scrap, iron scrap, bhangar. Fine, and it can be set up anywhere. Because it can be set up anywhere, it is a perfect way of decentralization. It is a perfect way of self-employment. It is the perfect way of the creating more employment in the city centers. That is why mini steel plants are best for decentralization. One of the largest mini steel plants is located in a place near Aurangabad, which is known as Jalna. This is the highest number of mini steel plants in the country. इतना ज़्यादा है कि if you get selected in customs, आपकी एक जालना में 2 day का visit होता है to understand how the mini steel plants work. Fine. So mini steel plants. These are the plants which are smaller. These are the plants which are smaller. And instead of blast furnace, blast furnace मतलब जिसमें कोयला यूज होगा, they use electric furnace. They use electric furnace. They have a capacity between, the production capacity between 10,000 to 5 lakh tons of steel. 10,000 tons to 5 lakh tons of steel. (10,000 to 5 lakh tons of steel). 10,000 tons to 5 lakh tons of steel. The mini steel plants use scrap iron. The mini steel plants use scrap iron and sponge iron. Sponge iron as a raw material. And full stop. Therefore, they are not located This is what is the sponge iron. बॉल बेयरिंग जिसको हम कहेंगे, इससे काम करेगा, उनको आयरन ओर्स नहीं चाहिए. Therefore, they are not located in the regions of they are not located in the regions of iron ore, but are mostly located in the decentralized regions. Such as around the cities. The industrial policy allows anyone to establish mini steel plant within 25 kilometers of the city, having a population of 10 lakhs. मतलब it is not reserved for public sector या big industrial sector. Even you can set up a mini steel plant. Fine, provided National Green Tribunal gives you a clearance. The benefits of the mini steel plant are, one, localized source of raw material. Two, recycled raw material can be used. And therefore, they are more environment friendly. Three, they can create employment as well as meet. They can create environment as well as meet local demands. Because mini steel plants produce both stainless steel as well as alloy steel. Alloy steel मतलब किसी स्टील में कुछ मिक्स किया गया है तो इट इज नोन एज एन alloy steel. एंड स्टेनलेस स्टील तो यू ऑलरेडी नो, ये जितने भी आपके घर पे बर्तन वो सब है ये सब मिनी स्टील प्लांट में बनते हैं. ये विशाखापट्टनम स्टील प्लांट वो सब नहीं बनाता. दे मेक लिक्विफाइड स्टील. राइट. Next point, and thus mini steel plants help in decentralization of steel industries. Mini steel plant help in decentralization of the steel industries. In the recent years, ये लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं, याद रखना, mini steel plants in India are closing at a very fast rate. They help in decentralization of the steel industries. 2016 से 80% of the mini steel plants in India have closed down. decentralization of the steel industries. Take a diagram. Draw a map of India. Pinjore is where? Haryana. It is one of the region of a mini steel plant, important region of a mini steel plant. Haryana, Punjab, Himachal border है Pinjore. No need of drawing the name, सिर्फ शेडिंग कर लो. These are the regions of mini steel plant in India. But सिर्फ आप ऊपर ऊपर से शेडिंग कर लो. All around Haryana, Delhi, Western UP का belt. In the central part of India, Rajasthan में somewhere around Jodhpur, Udaipur region, and Bangalore के आसपास. These are the mini steel plants in India. देखो सुप्रीम कोर्ट आस्क्ड द इंडस्ट्रीज टू शट डाउन, केजरीवाल को फाइन लगाया, व्हाई यू आर ब्रिंगिंग द ऑड इवन बट अलाउइंग द इंडस्ट्रीज. वो किस इंडस्ट्रीज की बात कर रहे हैं? इट इज ऑल दिस इंडस्ट्रीज अराउंड दिल्ली, मिनी स्टील प्लांट्स. क्योंकि पोल्यूशन, एरोसोल्स, तो क्लोज इसलिए क्योंकि दिल्ली के आसपास पोल्यूशन हो रहा है ना. इनको लेके जाओ किसी और जगह, कहीं और शिफ्ट. इनिशियली कहाँ था ये? पटेल नगर के पीछे पूरा ये था मिनी स्टील प्लांट. तो अब यहाँ पे लोकलिटी सिटी बढ़ गई है, सो इंडस्ट्रीज यहाँ से दिल्ली के बाहर शिफ्ट हो गई. अब दिल्ली के बाहर से और ओखला, वो सब एरिया जो सुनते हो, ओखला इंडस्ट्रियल रीजन, बदरपुर इंडस्ट्रियल रीजन, दिस ऑल मिनी स्टील प्लांट वाला रीजन्स. Right? So these are also market based, क्योंकि हमेशा सिटी के आसपास होगा. We have done 2 case studies. विशाखापट्टनम मार्केट इज इंटरनेशनल, यहाँ का मार्केट इज लोकल. नट बोल्ट, बेरिंग, साइकिल के स्पोक्स, कुछ भी हो सकता है. इन द ग्लासेस, कप्स, यूटेंसिल्स, ऑल दिस आर मैन्युफैक्चर्ड इन द मिनी स्टील प्लांट. बड़े स्टील प्लांट में ऑटोमोबाइल के दरवाजे, मेट्रोज एक्सेट्रा आर मैन्युफैक्चर्ड. नेक्स्ट फैक्टर अफेक्टिंग द इंडस्ट्रीज is water. Water. Water is the most important factor. Water is the most important factor influencing the locational choice of the industries, influencing the locational choice of the industries. Full stop. Therefore, industries are located near either rivers, canals, or any region where huge quantity of water is available. Huge quantity of water is available. You can take down this table of some industries, उसमें कितना पानी चाहिए per ton. Steel industry require 3 lakh liters of water per ton. Oil refinery requires 25,600 liters. 25,000 रखो. सबसे ज़्यादा इंडस्ट्री चाहिए वाटर चाहिए सिंथेटिक फाइबर को 10 लाख लीटर. इससे कम पेपर इंडस्ट्री को 1,73,000. Leather industry also requires very huge amount of water, 6,90,000 tons of water. Liters per ton. इसलिए गंगा के आसपास है सारी लेदर इंडस्ट्री. Clear? Non-geographical factors. What are the non-geographical factors? सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट कैपिटल. Obviously these are not that important from our exam point of view. Is if ये है कि अगर factors पे आता है तो you should also mention this. Tell me an example of government policies. Can I say location of SEZ, land acquisition policy, labor policy, ये सब है government policies. So influence the industrial location through subsidies, tariffs, planning zones, special economic zones, etc. Fine. Third, which is important, industrial inertia. Anyone from Aligarh in the class? Why Aligarh is famous? Locks. आज भी बनते हैं लॉक्स इतना या दूसरी इंडस्ट्रीज आ गई वहाँ पे? बट लार्ज स्केल पे अभी भी बनेंगे, स्मॉल स्केल पे, पर लार्ज स्केल पे लॉक्स नहीं बनेंगे. न्यू इंडस्ट्रीज हैव कम अप. सी फॉर एग्जांपल, if someone of you are set up an industry in a region because it is geographically famous for that region and you make crores of rupees out of it, आप business में दूसरा business करना शुरू करोगे. So what does the law of industrial inertia says? That industries tend to develop in a region which was already industrialized, though the original industry may close and new industries will develop. इसी को we will say the industrial inertia. For example, if tomorrow Maruti Suzuki closes, ऐसा नहीं कि गुड़गांव will not have any industry, someone will come and take उसका place. If entire software sector collapses in India, ऐसा नहीं कि गुड़गांव, Bangalore and Pune will be not industrialized, some other industry will come and take उसका place. The reason for being is infrastructure is already available. For example, if this class collapses, somebody new will come and hire this building because they are getting all the infrastructure here. That is what is known as an industrial inertia. Right? So industrial inertia says that industries tend to develop at the places of their original establishment, though the original cost may have disappeared. It is also referred to as geographical inertia. It is also known as an geographical inertia. Example, if a center becomes an industrial center, and if the original factor such as source of energy gets depleted, the original factor such as source of energy gets depleted, still the industry may not relocate from that place. Industry may not relocate from the place. Read the statement again. Already industry है, कुछ reason हो गया कि वहाँ का locational advantage चला गया, उसके बाद भी industry वहीं पे रहेगी. That is also industrial inertia. Industry may not relocate from the place because of following reasons. Because of following reasons. Because of following reasons. Tell me the reasons. You have set up an industry, some उसका locational advantage has gone, still आप उधर ही रहोगे. Infrastructure. उसके बाद labor, skilled labor. You don't know whether you will go to new place and you will get a skilled labor or not. Third, capital. Everybody knows you here. You have good links in the bank. They are your old customers. So you will get easily the capital. Fourth, क्या? Economies of scale, agglomeration effect, because चलो energy crisis आ गई, electricity नहीं रही, still you will take the help of this region. You may import the electricity from outside, but you will help in the economies of scale. And last, पहले आप means they will first movers advantage. Nobody will move out, and thus they will wait for other industries to go out. And as a result of this, none of the industry goes out and the industry still stays in this region. That is what is known as pehle aap. Fine? So, 1, labor. Labor. There is a vast pool of skilled and experienced labor. There is a large pool of skilled and experienced labor. Which may support a new industry, which may support a new service or a new industry. Third, second, infrastructure and transport. Infrastructure and transport. The transport infrastructure is very well developed. The transport infrastructure is very well developed. And even if the raw material, local raw material is exhausted, even if the local raw material is exhausted, it can be imported from the outside region. Third, capital. Setting up new industry requires lot of time and money. Setting up new industry requires lot of time and money, which discourages the entrepreneurs. Which discourages the entrepreneurs. It is easy to modernize the plant. It is easy to modernize the plant. Or change the process, or change the economic process. rather than to shift to a new area. Rather than to shift to a new area. Example, even though industries have shifted away, even though the industries have shifted away from Mumbai and Delhi, from Mumbai and Delhi's CBD, that is Central Business District. Mumbai का Central Business District is Nariman Point. Delhi का Central Business District is CP, Connaught Place, Central Business District. Due to geographical inertia, the headquarters are still there. The headquarters of those industries are still there. And fourth, well-established market. Well-established market. As the consumers don't shift their location with the industries, consumers don't shift their location with the industries. Therefore, industries do not move to a new location, for the fear of losing the market. For the fear of losing the market. But in the recent times, with the coming up of communication technology, advertising industry, communication technology, advertising industry, and globalized world, manufacturing and marketing can be done even from far away places. Can be done even from the far away places. And hence, industrial inertia is not an critical factor, Case study. Industries around Delhi NCR. Earlier, manufacturing plant units have given way to new sophisticated processing or service sector or marketing units. In the same area. इसको हम कहेंगे इंडस्ट्रियल इनर्शिया इन द सेम एरिया. So manufacturing region, you can draw the diagram, either has become region of malls or either has become the region of services, that is showrooms etc. इसको हम बट वही एरियाज डेवलप हो रहे हैं. दिस इज व्हाट इज नोन एज इंडस्ट्रियल रीजन. और आपको आपके यहाँ तक लिखा ये डायग्राम. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग रीजन हैज ईदर बिकम मॉल्स और इधर हैज बिकम सर्विसेज. सी इंडस्ट्रियल इनर्शिया यू ऑलरेडी नो. आपके सिटी में भी है. पुराना थिएटर, सिंगल स्क्रीन थिएटर टूट जाता है, मॉल आ जाता है, ऊपर का फ्लोर बन जाता है मल्टी स्क्रीन थिएटर. दैट इज व्हाट इज इंडस्ट्रियल इनर्शिया. गेटिंग इट? दैट इज व्हाट इज इंडस्ट्रियल इनर्शिया. पर नया थिएटर वो बंद होके कहीं दूसरी जगह नहीं जाता. बट बिकॉज इट इज लोकेटेड इन द सिटी सेंटर, अब द कॉस्ट इज वेरी हाई एंड पीपल डोंट कम एंड वॉच मूवीज. See, in the future people will be watching least movies. Netflix आ गया, ये आ गया, वो आ गया. There will be, theaters will close in the future. So they will become malls or some other services or maybe playgrounds for children or some picnic outings inside this. So, but वही चीजें change होती जाएगी. This is what is the industrial inertia. Getting it? And the last factor is banking, insurance, banking and insurance facilities. Banking and insurance facilities. Banking and insurance facilities. इसमें एक्सप्लेन करने की जरूरत है. तो रीजन्स जहाँ पे बैंकिंग एंड इंश्योरेंस फैसिलिटीज है वहाँ पे यहाँ से क्वेश्चन भी नहीं आएगा. फाइन, क्वेश्चन आएगा पहले इसमें से. इसलिए गो होम, look at the past year questions. We are going to able to solve 50% of the questions by today's lecture. Remaining 50% of the question on Monday's lecture. Monday will be the last lecture for industries. Fine. I'm not going to take lecture tomorrow. Let now people focus on current affairs, etc. Fine. So I'll stop here. करने चाहिए. हाँ, मैं तुम्हें मैप दे दूंगा मंडे को सबका. मैं मंडे को सबका मैप दे दूंगा.